The program committee this morning discussed the extent of the program today and the possible length of the sitting. It was clear with the current agenda, the House would adjourn very late, possibly up to even midnight or beyond. In terms of Rule 2, I rule that notices of motion and motions without notices be limited to 45 minutes. That's apart from the statements. I also rule that the Chief Whip of the majority party moves a motion at an appropriate time and after consultation with the parties for most of the budgetary review and recommendation reports to stand over, which is an exercise we will leave to the Chief Whip to undertake quietly while we proceed with the orders of the day in that regard.
Point of order, Madam Speaker.
What is the point of order, Honourable?
Madam Speaker, Rule 2 is very specifically applicable only when there's an eventuality for which the rules do not provide. The rules provided for a programming committee. It provides for the parliamentary program to be agreed upon, which was done by the NAPC today. Madam Speaker, I submit to you that the rules provide specifically for notices of motion and member statements today, and I would, with respect, Madam Speaker, submit to you that you are not empowered to make a ruling in terms of Rule 2 in this
Honourable
particular aspect.
Steenhuisen, Thank you very much. The unforeseen eventuality is how long it will take us. Honourable Steenhuisen, please take your seat. I am talking. You can't be on your feet when I'm talking. The unforeseen eventuality, and it is confirmed by our discussion this morning in the program committee, is how long it will take us to debate 38 reports of the BRR reports. It is unforeseen how long members are going to be able to sit here and process everything that has to be done as the business of the House sits. And Honourable Member, I've made a ruling and you are not going to move against it.
Madam Speaker, may I address you, please?
Honourable Steenhuisen, if you are addressing me on the program for today and my ruling, I am not entertaining it.
Madam Speaker, I must submit to you that this was not an unforeseen circumstance. The Honourable Waters and I this morning raised to you that the program was going to run very late in the evening. We therefore asked at programming that some of the matters stand over. There was a widespread agreement by the ANC that not be acceded to and the business be proceeded for. Therefore, for you to tell this House today that it was an unforeseen circumstance is not being honest, Madam Speaker.
Honourable Steenhuisen, we are going to limit the time of the motions without notice and the notices of motion. We are also going to allow the Chief Whip at the right time to move a motion in order to let some of the reports that this morning you yourself were complaining about, that some of them will stand over. And that is a ruling.
Madam Speaker, may I address you, please?
What do you want to address me on, Honourable Litchfield Shabalala?
On the phrase unforeseen eventuality.
Honourable Litchfield Shabalala, can you please take your seat? I am asking you to take your seat, Honourable. I'm not allowing you to speak. I'm asking you.
On a point of order, Madam Speaker. I'm rising on a point of order.
Honourable Gadi.
Madam Speaker, the point of order is that an unforeseen eventuality is more likely to be an act of God, vis major, or any other that thing that may
Honorable
not have
Gadi,
been
please take your seat.
predicted that it will happen. In this case, that we're going to stay for long, it was foreseen, it was predicted, and accordingly, this rule cannot apply because it was foreseen.
Honorable Gadi, Honorable Gadi, I proceed now with the business
Madam
as
Speaker.
I have ruled.
Madam Speaker, you notice?
Honorable Waters,
Speaker.
Speaker, what's
Honorable
Speaker.
Waters, please take your seat.
Madam
I'm not
Speaker.
recognizing.
The incompetence,
I'm not
the
recognizing
incompetence
you.
of the ANC whippery has caused this debacle
I
today.
am not
And the
recognizing
fact,
you.
There's nothing unforeseen about the length of this program.
I am
We
not
have- we talked
recognizing
about
you,
it.
Honorable
No, you
Waters.
did. And what's happening here is you are taking
Honorable
instructions
Waters,
from
please
the
take
Julie
your
House
seat.
with your red phone by your seat, and we are not going to stand for it.
Honorable Waters,
No, that's,
I am asking you again, take your seat.
I will not.
Honorable
I
Speaker.
want-
If you will not, then you can only
Honorable
do one other thing, and that is to leave the house.
Honorable Speaker, can I help
Who's
you?
going to
Honorable
force me?
Speaker.
Who's going to
No one.
Please leave the house.
Who is going to
Honorable
force me?
Speaker,
Madam Speaker,
Honorable Speaker,
Honorable Speaker,
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable
Honorable
Waters.
Speaker.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Waters.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Waters. Honorable Waters.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Speaker.
Leave the house, Honorable Waters.
Honorable
assist you?
Speaker. No.
Honorable Speaker,
Going nowhere.
Speaker.
Honorable Waters.
Lost it. He's going nowhere.
Honorable Speaker.
Leave the house.
Honorable Speaker.
Madam Speaker.
may I
Can you
assist
see
you,
from
Honorable
commercial like
That.
It's abuse of
Honorable
power.
Speaker,
We
Honorable
are tired
Speaker.
of being threatened by you all the time we come here.
may I assist you, Honorable Speaker? Honorable Speaker,
Honorable Speaker, I'm from Guamashu.
Madam Speaker.
Can you hear me?
Give us our chance to talk. It's our
Honorable
right.
Speaker,
Don't
I'm from
suppress us.
Guamashu like you. Can you hear me? Honorable Speaker, can I help you?
Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Speaker.
Madam Speaker.
Honorable Speaker. Honorable
I recognize the chief whip of
Yeah,
the
but I was
majority
standing
party.
first. I was
Madam
standing
Speaker,
first.
I recognize.
uyabona ukuthi kwenzakalani phezulu? Bashaya ihlombe.
I'm recognizing the chief whip.
Usani ukukhathizwa bafethu.
I was up first.
Honorable chief whip.
Honorable Speaker.
How?
Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, the
Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker.
You are not on the floor, honorable member. I've recognized
Yeah,
the
but I
chief
was on
whip.
the floor first than him.
Honorable,
Point of order.
I have recognized the chief whip of the majority party.
Yeah, but I was up
I
first.
have recognized the chief whip.
Yeah, but you have no interest in recognizing us.
Please
this side.
proceed, honorable chief whip.
Honorable Speaker.
Please proceed.
The rules provide that any member of this house who is not happy with your ruling, there's a recourse according to these rules to the Rules Committee. We need to move forward, Honorable Speaker, to proceed. We need to proceed.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable,
Madam Speaker.
honorable members, I appeal to you to take your seat.
No, Madam Speaker.
Speaker, may I address you on
I've
the-
asked for a
I
point of
appeal
order.
to you to take your seats.
I've asked for a point of order, Madam Speaker.
What is your point of order?
The point of order is that once again this House is in utter chaos because you, Madam, have decided to change everything that has already been predetermined before this sitting. That is absolutely unacceptable. No wonder this House is so furious. And frankly, we have to continue as was decided prior to this. You do not have this authority.
Honorable members,
Honorable Speaker,
I have asked the table staff to assist with the issue of ensuring that we limit the motions and the notices of motion.
Madam Speaker,
No, Madam Speaker, point of order.
Honorable Speaker.
You can't all of you talk.
Point
Madam
of
Speaker.
order. Recognize one of us.
Madam Speaker,
You must me.
Honorable
Is that what
members,
you're doing?
honorable members,
Point of order, Madam
you
Speaker.
can't all be standing on your feet. There's someone standing at the back, someone
Recognize
here, another
one.
one here.
Recognize one, then the rest will sit.
I actually don't want to recognize anyone.
It's a point of order. It's a point of order.
Madam Speaker, may I address you?
Recognize one
Point of
Honorable
order.
Steenhuisen, I will recognize you just respecting your position as the chief whip of the biggest majority party and hoping that you are going to be helpful to the House before I proceed with the
Madam
business of
Speaker,
the House.
Madam Speaker, I'm going to be eminently helpful to you today by advising you that Rule 2 cannot apply in this case. It cannot apply. Because this is not an unforeseen eventuality, you were forewarned about it. Therefore, it's not an eventuality. Madam Speaker, the Democratic Alliance have members' motions today in terms of the program that was agreed. And I'm saying to you, Madam Speaker, that my members will read out every single one of them, regardless of whatever business is going on in this House today.
Honorable
every single
Steenhuisen,
one of them.
once-
Madam
once-
Speaker, you are abusing your position as Speaker, and I would sincerely hope that the only reason you're doing this is that Gwede phoned you and instructed you to do it. Because I expect more from you. I expect more from you as a Speaker.
Speaker, may I address you? please?
Madam,
Honorable members, I now proceed.
Madam Speaker,
No.
may I address you?
I am rising for the third time. May I address you?
Honorable members, I wish now to proceed
Madam
to
Speaker,
notices of motion.
Madam Speaker,
Madam Speaker, may I
And
address you?
is
I
there
am
a
rising
member?
for the third time now.
I've not given you an opportunity to
Madam
address
Speaker,
me.
may I address you on a
May
point
I
of order?
have
Based on
Point
what
of
you are
order,
not
Madam Speaker.
recognizing me.
anyone who wants to give a notice of motion?
Madam Speaker, may I address
Madam
you on a
Speaker,
point
can-
of order?
May I be recognized,
Madam
Madam
Speaker.
Speaker?
No, honorable member.
No, why not? Why not, Madam Speaker?
I am now on notices of motion.
No, you must
May I
provide
be
clarity first.
recognized, Madam Speaker?
And honorable members are rising to differ with the chair, which is a very unfortunate situation.
Because you are busy.
I'm not rising to differ
Come
with the
to
chair.
notices of
I'm not
motion.
rising to
May
differ with
I
the chair, Madam
address you?
Speaker.
I'm asking for
Achtbare
the
Speaker.
seventh
Heard me, you
time
want
now.
what I'm
I'm
writing?
counting.
Achtbare Speaker. Achtbare Speaker. Ja. Achtbare Speaker, op 'n punt van orde. Achtbare Speaker, mag ek u toespreek op 'n punt van orde? Speaker, hierdie raadsaal is veronderstel om 'n bepaalde integriteit te hê. En ek wil 'n beroep op u doen as Speaker om te verseker dat daardie integriteit gehandhaaf word. En u kan nie reëls maak wat teen die reëls van hierdie huis is. En daardeur die integriteit van hierdie huis aantas nie. U is besig om die oppositie te wil probeer boelie om u interpretasie te gee aan reëls. Dis onaanvaarbaar en ek doen 'n beroep op u om in belang van die integriteit van hierdie raadsaal toe te laat die reël korrek toegepas word en laat die mosies voortgaan soos altyd in hierdie huis. Ja, dank.
Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker.
Honorable member, please.
Madam
We have
Speaker,
command-
the
No,
honourable
honourable
member
member.
rises before I do.
No,
And I am
Honorable
sa-
Member.
I am
Madam
not
Speaker, I'm
rising to
asking for
differ
the
with
eighth
with the Madam
now.
Speaker.
I am not
May
allowing you.
Madam Speaker, may I address you, please?
It's the 8th time now.
Honorable Member, please take your seat.
Madam Speaker,
Honor-
the Honourable Member rises
Honourable
before me
Speaker.
and he speaks and you do
Honourable
nothing.
Speaker.
I have respectfully asked that may I address you. I am not rising to differ with you. I'm only asking to address you. Why must other members have a privilege to address you over other members? Now that on its own begins to be unfair,
standing
but that's
here.
not why I'm rising. So may
Addressing
I
you
address
without you
Madam
giving
Speaker?
permission. There are people talking to you while I'm standing. 8 times I've asked.
You actually shouldn't be standing. Because I have not recognized you.
Because I am asking for recognition.
You asked for recognition by raising your hand.
It was up.
Not before you spoke. You stood up and you spoke.
Madam Speaker, may I humbly please address you?
Honorable Member, address me.
Thank you very much. Madam Speaker, the first issue is that if things continue as they are, we'll find ourselves back at 21 August. What is happening in the gallery, that renter crowd that is here, is contributing to the chaos in this house. I ask you, Madam Speaker, that you rule first that you control those members in the gallery. Because we cannot have 2 houses of parliament. We are busy here and there's another business there. The second issue, Madam Speaker, is that I still submit to you that you are not within your powers to exercise Rule 2. And it's an abuse of power if you insist on addressing us on Rule 2.
Honorable members, it's not that we did not talk about the fact that the business will take us until late. What I am saying is unforeseen, is how late. Honorable members, are you talking? Are you listening? I am on the floor. I am talking. And I am saying the reality is you cannot keep honorable members on the benches beyond a certain time. And I, in my analysis of the situation, have decided and am ruling that let us contain the length of the program as much as it is in our hands. We can go on up to 10 o'clock, but let us limit as far as we can.
Raise my hand.
And honorable members, I now wish to take notices of motion.
Oh, you are not.
I'm allowing you to take notices of motion.
Madam Speaker.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, I wish you, Madam Speaker, take your opportunity to have notices
Madam
of motion.
Speaker.
Can I address you, Honorable Speaker?
Honorable members, we
Madam
can't be
Speaker,
wasting
you're
time
going
on
to
the
recognize
same
us.
Wasting time.
You are
I
going
want
to recognize
discuss an
us.
important
Madam
matter.
Speaker, our hands are up.
No.
You can't
Honorable
continue with
Maimane.
our hands up. You can't.
We refuse.
You can't
We
continue.
refuse. I think
There is
you
a
need to hear
difference.
us.
Put this
I
thing
want to
on.
appeal.
Put this thing
Honorable
on. Why
Speaker.
are you switching it off?
No.
Why are you switching it off?
You will switch off the microphone of the opportunity. You will put this on.
Hey.
You need to address
the
it.
sound on.
No.
Put this thing on.
No. Please, we need to
Ah,
address it.
Suzanne.
Put this thing on.
We need to
Ah,
address it.
Suzanne.
No.
Honorable Speaker. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I'm on the floor.
Please.
Can I advise you?
Honorable
Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, can I advise you?
No, honorable
Can I
member.
advise you, Honorable Speaker?
No.
You are not going to get away with this one. Can I advise you?
Honorable member,
Speaker.
just sit down.
Can I address
I don't have a
You
seat.
have to recognize us.
Take a seat.
I don't have a
We're
seat.
taking a seat. You are not recognizing
Taking a
us.
You are not taking
Please
our
sit down
hands.
and you are not recognizing us.
You
What
are
must
not
we do?
recognizing
Must
us.
we
So
leave?
what must we do?
Honorable
Why? What
Maimane,
must we do?
Please, will you recognize me? But the mic is not working.
it's working.
Thank you very much. Speaker, with great respect, today is an important day for the people of this country. We can't, when we go to a programming meeting, then discuss the eventualities that are going to take place. And then for the Speaker to come in and say, as if that discussion did not take place,
that it's unforeseeable. I want to plead with you, Speaker, to reverse your decision in this regard. That the motions must be given their full length, as it would be consistent with the rules. We foresaw this situation. Let me also say, Speaker, that none of us have any intention
Consistent with which
of
rule?
leaving early. We want to be here to serve the people of this country. We will remain until 1 o'clock if that's what is needed. We cannot leave this house. We refuse. So can we have a frank discussion and in fact proceed with the program as it was set up this morning? I plead with you, Madam Speaker. Please, on Rule 29. Please, Madam Speaker.
Honorable members, I'm just amazed by your excitement. I don't understand it. Because all we're trying to do is to manage, which is what we are supposed to do. Honorable member, you'll end up without a voice.
Madam Speaker, can I request that you request the chief whips of parties to quickly confer with you in private to help resolve this pandemonium and
Honorable
suspend the
Gadi.
House at least for 10 minutes
No.
while they are conferring with you.
No,
I think that
Honorable-
will help because the chief whips and the whips of the ANC are more likely to agree with what will be discussed in private in your chamber.
Honorable,
I thank you.
Honorable Gadi, we will not suspend the business of the House. We have a very long agenda for today. And what we intend to do is to proceed, and the chief whip will go to the other whips and talk to them, and that process will be different from the process of the business of the House proceeding. So right now we are having notices of motion, and those who have notices of motion,
Madam Speaker,
I want
Madam
to
Speaker.
recognize them.
Honorable Speaker,
Speaker.
may I address you? My hand was up, it's tired now.
Madam Speaker,
It's really tired now.
You can't have your leader here in front saying her hand is tired, and you are also screaming there at the mic. Honorable Litchfield Shabalala, because your hand is tired, let me recognize you before I proceed.
Honorable Speaker, I'm not sure what was told to you about an unforeseeable event or eventuality.
No, honorable
But
member.
can I put it to you that this program was supposed to be even longer than this if opposition did not argue in the Chief Whip's forum for the powers and privilege item to be moved to next week? According to the ruling party, it was supposed to be tabled today too. So nobody can come here and complain about the program being long. It was planned to be long. Had it not been for us, it would even be longer than this. So this is not unforeseen. Unfortunately, if we continue like this, then may I put it to you that this is nothing but a one-party dictatorship. Then it's not a multi-party process.
Honorable members, can we now have notices of motion? Honorable member?
Thank you.
And that is what is on the order paper.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
There's a document called the guide here. The first thing here is notices of motion, and that was as agreed. What now? Honorable Maimane, please take your seat.
I asked you to make a ruling. Can you
No,
rule on what I requested?
No, Honorable Maimane,
No,
please take
can
a
you
seat.
make a ruling? I think the decision
Please
was bad.
take a seat.
Honorable Speaker, I move on behalf of the African National Congress that in this next sitting, the House debates transformation of the structure of our economy to increase women participation and access in economic opportunities. I thank you.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
Honorable members, the issues you have raised are all acknowledged.
Well, reverse the decision.
And I will revert back to the House on them, on advisement.
Today.
Right now, I am taking notices of motion.
No. Today,
Yes, honorable member.
we request that the debate continue as per program.
Thank
We
you,
request-
Honorable Speaker. I move on behalf of the National Freedom Party that 4 children having been found dead inside a freezer in Ermelo, Mpumalanga yesterday. Further note that these boys aged between 4 and 7 were last seen playing outside the house on Tuesday afternoon. The National Freedom Party extends its deepened condolences to the families, friends and relatives of the deceased. We further call on parents to be vigilant, ensuring the safety of our children. I so move. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Are there any other notices of motion?
Yes, there is.
No, Madam Speaker,
Honorable Maimane.
I refuse to sit down.
Oh, Honorable Maimane, please take your seat.
No. I refuse, Madam Speaker. Because you are ignoring us. That is what you are doing. You are
Honorable Chair.
No, you can't be ignored.
Honorable Chair.
Simply cannot accept that you can ignore us. That can't happen.
I move on behalf of the African National Congress that in its next sitting, the House debates expanding the opportunities of sustainable livelihoods through support for cooperatives and micro enterprises. I so move.
No.
Any other notices of motion?
Now I'm not sure how we must proceed.
Thank you, Chairperson. I move on behalf of the ANC that in the next meeting we are going to discuss community participation and crime prevention.
Madam Speaker.
Honorable member at the back.
Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable
Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker.
I move on behalf of the ANC
Madam Speaker.
that in its next sitting, the House debate the vital
Madam
importance
Speaker.
of what committees and community
Madam
participation
Speaker.
in ensuring that municipalities function
Madam
effectively.
Speaker.
Thank you.
Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker.
I don't know what it is you are going to say which your leader has not said.
Madam Speaker, due to the unforeseen circumstances today under Rule 2, under which you have made this ridiculous ruling today to suit the ruling alliance and to protect your party from any act. It's an act of mutiny of the parliamentary rules. I would ask, Madam Speaker, with respect, that you surrender your chair to the Honourable Froelich so that some order can be restored to this House and that we can proceed with the business of the day. You have lost control of the House for the second time, Madam Speaker. You are pushing us to a constitutional crisis, and I would ask that in the interest of this institution, you step down from the chair so that we can proceed with the business of the day.
You wish